Hello to all my friends out there. So I want to switch my channel up a bit to be more appealing to seniors because I am one and I have good ideas if you're on a fixed income, and if you guys are seniors, or if you have channels, or if you have good ideas, if you will let us know in the comments. So what I want to do is I want to make lunch and I want to have some tea, some hot tea. Okay, this stuff, I said I got it at Walmart, but I didn't. I got it at Dollar Tree. And the rice pudding I made was really good. So I have 1 tablespoon. I think it's better to measure so you don't waste your stuff. And then this is a Starbucks cup, but it doesn't have to be. But I want about 6, and I have cold tea, but I want hot tea to go because it's going to be good with this meal. So now what I want to do is I want to zap this for like a minute, and then I'll check it. So if you're new to my channel, I'm very excited and welcome to you. Okay, this is a good kind of the top ramen, and they don't always have it. So I had one yesterday with cheese, but I have another good one. So I want to teach that one to you guys right now. And there's going to be no more running out of food. None of that stuff. This can be the kind that comes in the packages. It's a little cheaper. I just happened to buy these because I was doing a cheap end of the month type meal yesterday. Okay, so I have my top ramen, and I want to crack an egg on top of it. This is going to be a substantial meal, but it's going to be a good little meal. So I have 1 egg, and then I have some boiling water. Have to be careful. This is a good way to kill yourself. And then what I do is I put my little pan on top of my ramens to keep them hot. So, okay, let me show you my tea. This smells good. This can be any kind of coffee creamer. Coffee creamer is good in tea. Okay, it's not quite hot enough. Yummy. What I did yesterday, if you didn't see the video, is I boil rice and I remove the rice. I removed the rice milk. Look, I have a little bit left. And then, so I had cooked rice. I just drink this stuff. My refrigerator is really cold, so my rice milk's frozen. That's okay. So I removed the rice milk, and I could use that as milk. And then with the rice, I mixed up 1/4 cup coffee creamer, 3/4 cups water, and I heated a little bit because the coffee creamer mixes better if the water is warm. And I added it to my rice cooked, and then I added cinnamon with this vanilla coffee creamer, and I cooked it a few minutes, and it was really, really good. So now what? So now I want to make some little fruit breads. I used to wonder, probably you did too when you were younger, why are those old ladies always eating like raisin bread and stuff? Well, it's because, look at this yumminess. Because they don't want to run out of fruit, you guys. They don't want to be fruitless. They don't want to be broke either. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some fruit fry breads, and I'm using this. This is 50 cents. I will be stockpiling big ones because these are really, really handy, and you can mix them up. Okay, so with the pizza mix, you need warm water and a little oil, so you don't need that much. So I'm just going to add I made this last night, so I'm just putting a little oil in there, and I'm heating some oil over here as well. All right, so I'm going to get some warm water, And I'm going to make 2 fruit breads, 1 raisin and 1 apricot. You want to stockpile dry fruit. Also, a good one is if you get prunes, you can cook them in a little water and eat them too. So the 3 that are kind of easy, the ones you want to get is apples, apricots, raisins, and prunes. So you might be thinking, I don't actually like prunes. Well, prunes are good, and dates. Prunes are good if you don't have any fruit. You can chop them up, and then they're not so pruny and dislikable. So you don't need that much of this pizza mix for okay, my dough is a little wet, but that's okay. So now one of the things I stockpiled, if you buy these are enough to actually make a lot of jam. You just boil in water with sugar. So for my little fry bread, it's like the chocolate chips. You don't want to go crazy. And then I have a little bit of raisins. So what we want to do is we want to get aggressive in making sure we have enough food. Also, this fry bread is really good with peanut butter, for sure. And it's really good. Also, I've given you my fry bread recipe 100 times. I'm going to check and make sure it's still on my any kind of dry fruit. Okay, so that's a little too much fruit, so for one little fry bread. If you overdo it on the fruit, so after I open this fruit, I just put it in the freezer, so I'm going to put the rest of my fruit back in. No wasting. I could eat it. Okay, so now I want to make myself two little fry breads. So this way you have bread, you can count your top ramen as a bread. But I want like little sandwiches, kind of. So this is how easy this is to do. I also do this with biscuit mix. You can also make bread and do this, regular, if you have bread dough. You could probably use these little pieces of bread as a yeast starter. One way people do it is they use a little piece of bread as their starter in their bread. Normally, I don't do my bread this sticky. It just happened, you guys. So one's going to be apricot. It's better if you do this when they're little. And one is going to be raisin. Kids will like this. If you're trying to get your kids to eat dry fruit, they go, I don't like it, I don't like it. Give them this, they'll like it. If you get them used to eating what you give them when they're little, they'll just eat anything. I think the trick is not to be a child abuser, but wait until they're hungry. My mothering techniques. Well, my son came out okay. I didn't starve him. I didn't let him eat in between meals. That also makes them eat their meals. Okay, so see how a couple of nice little fry breads? Another thing is, if you are a senior, and if you don't have much money, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the food banks. Like here in California, if you have $1,000 and your rent, I should have checked it, and your rent is $1,000, you have got to go to the food bank. If you can get a roommate and you both go to the food bank, then you're going to be able to survive so much better, both of you. 2 women would be ideal. There are people that can cooperate together in their best interest, So, okay, well, let's fry these up. I thought I had it's starting to heat up now. So I think these are going to be good. What we have to do, like it or not, is we have to adjust. We have to be determined to adjust to the way things are. There's no would you like to about it. You have to. Now let me check my tea. Ooh, you guys, this looks good. I'm going to be exploring different kinds. Yummy. This is like milk tea. You can use regular milk and sugar. That is good. For this meal, the hot tea is what you want to go. And then my refrigerator. I still have the Walmart caffeine-free Coke. I have to watch this stuff not to go overboard. I want to mention one way to make sure you don't run out of money is buy 60 eggs at the beginning of the month. Think they're just, see how fast these are? Uh-oh. Ah, my camera is making, oh, last time I blamed it on my camera too. Remember that? Yummy. And then I had a really horrible mishap. I didn't ruin the whole video, but it was close. So these fry up in just a minute. So you want to stockpile. You can make your own little bread doughs or biscuit doughs. That's cheaper. But say if you don't have any, I think this is about the cheapest bread mix at 52 cents. And you get 6.5 ounces, which is more than the, let's see if it's ready. It's ready. It's more than the biscuit mix. Yummy, this looks good. Okay, so now on these, you don't really need any butter. This one needs a little, one more minute. They're not going to be good if you don't get them done all the way through. Okay, so now let's check the ramen noodle. It only takes a minute. Now, if you don't like the yolk, you can zap it. And this is California, so I'm going to zap mine for a minute. Okay, now it's ready. See, it was just another second. So now, what tastes really good on this, believe it or not, is teriyaki sauce. You have to be careful. This is really, really hot. The way I do it is as I eat it down, I just add a couple drops. So this is a pretty respectable lunch. You know that lunch I made yesterday? Because something about Asian food is salt, pepper, and sugar is gonna season that up nice. So what you're gonna need on this is a little pepper. Ooh, not that much, but you get the idea. Yummy. Now, let me taste my raisin bread. So I want to encourage you guys, don't lose heart. If you're broke right now, you know, this month's coming up, I'm going to be posting videos, and things are going to get better because you're going to apply for EBT. If you can't do it yourself, you go to the welfare office and they help you, or you call the lady on the phone and she helps you. You're going to find the food banks and the food pantries, and the food bank will deliver to seniors if you cannot drive. And you're going to find a way to get to those pantries. Now, most of the pantries here, you can go once a week. If you have a very low income, why would you buy food when you could go to the food pantry every single week free? Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.